In this segment, you will learn how to use the Autofill tool with labels, numbers, dates, and headings. We're going to start by using the Autofill tool in conjunction with the AutoSum tool. If you notice in our active cell in the lower right hand corner, there's a little black box. If I move my cursor over it, it changes my cursor to a black plus. I'm going to left click and hold, drag it over one, and it automatically auto-fills that box with what was in this case, B10. So I've just carried over my sum and copied my sum command to C10. That's the first use of autofill. Now I'm going to open a new sheet, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so we can see what's going on. And the first thing I'm going to do is work with the label. I'm going to type in January. Hit enter, and I've entered a text. I'm going to go back to my autofill tool, and I'm going to take this fill handle, which is what it's called. I'm going to left click and hold and drag it off to the right. What I've done on an unformatted basis is to make all of my headings the months of the year. Now I'm going to take and go and just use the 3-digit month. But before I copy it, I'm going to do a little formatting. I'm going to go up to my alignment box and I'm going to center it. I'm going to change the font to, let's get down to Times New Roman, my favorite. I'm going to make it a size 12. And now I'm going to grab my fill handle, pull it across, and what I've done is taken the January, made all the months of the year where they're supposed to be, but I've also copied on an automatic basis the formatting that I did. I can do the same with days of the week, and in this case I'm just going to align it and copy it to Saturday. Now if I kept on going past Saturday, you'll notice it'll keep on going and stop wherever I stop. I can do the same thing with quarters. I can drag the quarters, and it gives me 4 quarters of the year as far out as I want to go. Now one of the other things you can do with this is you can mix up dates with it. So if I put, in this case, January 2001 and center it, you'll notice in this case it abbreviated my 01. You can change that. You can change that by formatting the cells, but for right now I'll leave it alone, and I'll copy it across by making sure I get my fill handle. If not, you're going to get something totally different. And what's going to happen is, in this case, it's going to give me months of the year, January, February, and so forth, all in 01. But what happens if that isn't exactly what I wanted to do? Let's go January 01 again. And what I'm going to do is go January 2002. What happens if I copy them both? I'm establishing a pattern. If I grab my fill handle and go across, now I've trained it to increase the years, not the months. And I've done that by taking 2 cells and using the fill handle on both cells to train the computer and move it across. You can do the same thing with numbers. If I was to put in 2000 and copy down, that's exactly what I'm doing, is copying. But I want years, so I'm going to go and I'm going to train it to go down 1 year at a time. There's another function here that you can use. What if I wanted to go down in tens. You can train it to go 10 at a time also. And you can make whatever pattern you want, and that pattern will be copied as long as you establish the pattern and go from there. This now concludes the segment on using the Autofill tool.